Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's a brand new day, a brand new world, a brand new administration. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And yes, you heard it right, folks. Free. We are looking at a free app today. That's good news. So get it, download it, get it in you, get it, go on, get it, go on, get, go on, go on, do my, yeah, okay, someone's had coffee today. Hope you're all doing well. Hello over there on Facebook. How are ya? Bored? All alone? Come over to YouTube at youtube.com/JadeStarr, or you can always go to howtoaponios.com and watch the show live in the website browser. And there's all stuff in there. You can check out playlists and all that stuff too. But firstly, let's meander over to the left to me anyway, to the chat and say hello to the folks who are here. And look who's here. Russ is here. He's the first one here. He's got dibs, man. First in, best dressed. Hey, Russ. Tom Rochelle is here. Andy Goldsby is here. Who else is a shoulder? Jade Starr's here. That's me. What am I doing? Danny Broderick is here. Hello. Dean Thomas. G'day, Dean. Good to see you as well. Let me see who else. Payan Turgit is here. Maury P is here. Cold Acre is here. Hello, Cold Acre. What's going on? Lady Rhodaline Straight is here as well. And Bubba's here too. I don't think I've missed anyone else. All right, so let's, what are we going to cover today? All right, so for those of you who are on my Patreon, because there's a couple of you here, I am, over this weekend, we're doing a bunch of things. I think I'm going to be looking at like a preview of an app that I'm going to be looking at next week in one show. Then in another show, I'm going to be recording some vocals for a song. So I'm doing a collab with somebody who I met. How did I meet this person? I think through the GarageBand users group or through Create, Record, Release. So I'm recording some vocals on his song. Joey Helpish, morning, buddy. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm sure if you're a metalhead, you'll be into it. So I'm sure people like Cold Acre are going to be digging it. Maybe Russ will dig it. I know Gary Hubbs will chunk one off. What the hell does that even mean? Chunk one off. I don't think there's any new apps to look at today. Chunk one off. Jesus Christ. Where does this crap come from in my mental mind? So nothing's really updated over here. Yeah. Yes, Lady Rhodaline. Bam! One shot, one kill. Yeah. It's January, folks. It's January. Everything slows down over January around the whole world, so you got to remember that. Well, not everything, because the news day has been, I don't know, not much has happened this morning. Not much has dominated in the news or anything like that in the USA. It's been really slow news day today, apart from a new president. That's pretty exciting. So let's hope that all works out. Cheers. Here's to that, as I have my morning coffee. Not getting political or anything, but what a wonderful speech about coming together and inclusion and us all rising together. That's what I like to hear. Hello, doctor's orders. Exactly, Russ. I don't want to say that because I don't want to upset people, because people get upset when I get political. But yeah. All right, so I'll give you a little preview of what I'm kind of working on. So hi, Deep Gravity, welcome to you as well. So this is a friend of mine named Kev. Kev has a little metal thing going called Metal. Is it called Metal Shed? I think Metal Shed is the name of his band. Hey, Thomas Gillane. So I'm doing a collaboration with Kev at the moment. And he sent me his, oh, what's going on here? Reload. Man, have we got sound here? Yeah. All right. So I'm recording vocals. I'm going to write lyrics for this and record vocals for this. So this is one of his new songs he's been working on. Let's go full screen so you can see it. Just because there's no app, so I thought I'd jump in and show you this before we get into today's app. Hasn't got a name yet. Working title I kind of have. Yeah, not really. So here's all these tracks here. So it's quite complex. There's a lot of guitar in this. A lot of guitar. Yeah, look at all that guitar, man. That's all guitar. Guitar. It's a bass. One line of bass. Plenty of drums. So I'll give you a listen to what's going on here. And I'm going to record some vocals to this. Do I have a vocal track on here? I thought I added a vocal. There's a vocal track. So that's a vocal track there. Let's see if I have it connected. Yep. Yeah, so it is kind of connected. Let's have a listen to it. Whoa. So there you go. It's pretty heavy. Probably have some singing in here. More of a so I'm going to do some melodic stuff in there. It's going to be a mixture of melodic stuff and some growling. This is pretty melodic. Cool, yeah? Man, listen to all those effects he's got on there. So it looks like he's got an effect on down here. Right down the bottom here for GarageBand, and all these are connected up as effects, so pretty damn cool stuff. So I'm looking forward to adding some vocals. I'm going to be doing this on the Patreon, so if you are a Patreon, you can hang out and listen to me. I've started writing lyrics for it, and I'll try and come up with some vocal melodies in there, get some rough stuff down, and I guess I'm going to mix it and master it as well. And this will be our first collab. So, yeah. I reckon it's going to be a good time. Good time for all. He's got a name for it here. So I'm probably going to... So it's called Spine. So that's probably what I'm going to go kind of write lyrics around. Kind of around, I don't know, in my head, kind of spineless, being a fucking spineless rat or something like that. I don't know. But yes, all right, so let's get out of here and let's talk about today's app. Let me get my voice back after trying to sing like that at 8:10 in the morning. Sorry, neighbours. Sorry, not sorry. That's for your dog. All right. So today we're looking at an app by the name of, let me bring it up here. And as I said in the beginning, his name is Kev Hart, Bubba, and I met him on the GarageBand users group, or Create, Record, Release, one of them, and we became mates, and we've been like chatting for the last few months. He released his first album, so you can actually find him. I'll show you his music. Let's do that, because he's got an album out. I'm pretty sure his stuff's called Metal Shack. Metal Shack. I said Metal Shed. Is that what it is? Oh, man. So let's do a search on my library. There he is. Metal Shack. So he's got a single out and an EP. Find Your Path. And that was his last single. So Fear the Virus. So these are his songs. So I'm going to do this collab vocals with him. Yeah. All right. So we're looking at today's app. Today's app is called Multiband. And it is by Mangoo. Mangoo, yeah. There it is there. So it's just dropped. I had it for a few days. I had the beta, so I was playing with it for a little bit before it came out. Absolutely free. So if you're not downloading it, I don't know what's wrong with you. Hey, what's going on, Pete? Welcome aboard, Peter. I thought you were like, are you away at the moment, Pete? Have you gone on a little getaway or something like that? I had a feeling you'd gone away. I don't know why that is. Anyway, so yes, here it is, Multiband. Now, what is Multiband? So basically, it is you can split your, so it's a like multi-out, four-way multi frequency out kind of thing. So you can split your audio, the audio signal of a track, into 4 separate frequencies. Okay, so you got 4 channels. Why would you want to do that? I'll show you why. There's 2 different methods you can use it for. So you can use it in something like GarageBand, or you can use it in something like AUM, which is actually made for actual multi-outs, all right? Where GarageBand and things, other DAWs don't have that ability, but there's a workaround that's built into this app. And you'll see it's quite ingenious what you can do with this thing. So again, like all these apps, think outside the box and you can create some really twisted, cool stuff. And it's free. Free, I tell you, free. Cool. So what we shall do is we'll open it up first in AUM and show you what we can do with it. So you will open up a track in AUM, just a single audio track, but we'll do, what do we do? We'll open 4 up straight away. We're going to use the first one here, and in the first track, we're just going to do that. We'll just throw in a drum. What do we want? We want interrupt audio, so we'll just throw in rock drums or something like that, simple, and get a beat going with that. Cool. So we've got some drums playing there. Now remember, you can do this with anything. So anything that you load in here, like, vocals or, WAV or anything like that, whatever you want to put in here. Synthesizer, anything you want. Pete says, I just had a night on the town with the trouble and strife. Ooh. Love it. Nice one. Dean says, I think I'm going to write a thrash song just to see if I can do it. The bass drums on this are killer. Do it, Dean. Step out of your comfort zone. Look at Russ. Russ is just is a fine example of somebody who stepped out of their comfort zone and creating some really cool music by going in a totally different direction. Sometimes it's really good to change direction and just do something that you've never done before, because you will surprise yourself and most of the time create something really fantastic. Anyway, so let's have a look here. And now in the effects slot in this first track, we're going to bring in multiband. So there it is. It's in here. Let's have a look at the interface on this. And it's very simple. There's not really much you need to pain yourself over. Nothing that's going to lose hair or make your teeth fall out or anything like that. Right, but there are 2 main functions here. So to the left, you've got multi-output, and linked group. These are really the two main beasts of this app. So what I can say, hello Ed Zielinski, welcome back. When you are using this app in something like AUM, which has multi-output, so you're able to sidechain and do that kind of thing in AUM, where something like GarageBand, you can't do this, you would select multi-output. If you are using this in something like GarageBand, you would use, or Cubasis, you would click linked group. So these are the two differences how you use it. So now that I have multi-output selected, what I'm going to do here is head over to this little plus button here, and I'm going to click this 3 times. And as you can see, it's split up. It's given me basic EQ. So you've got your low end, mids here, and your high end. So we've got 3 sections, and you can grab the little handles here and decide how much of each you want to have. So bus 4 is your high, moving across to the left, where bus 1 is your low end. Simple enough, yeah? So that's really all you have to do to set this up in your first track. Now, to get this to do its fancy, clancy stuff is just click on, where are we? So what you want to do is click the little effects section on the next track. You can see here I've just clicked on it, and click the bottom one, which is multi-bus audio unit instance, and then select multiband, and you'll see it's put a little two little boxes with 2 there. We do the same for the next one, and down to multi-audio instance, same thing. Then we go all the way to the end, do the same thing again, and you'll see with all 3 of these tracks here, you've got 2, 3, 4. So now what it's done is it's split up this one drum track here that's in number 1, so you don't have to add them to any of these other tracks. So when I hit play, it's actually split up this entire performance across these 4 bands, right? So now I can pull down the volume in, say, the first 2, and you've only got these 2 here with the last 2 bands. So if I pull down this one, the only band that's playing here is that high end. And you can see I can change this and give it a bit more width there. And then I could bring in, so I could just have the low end. We could. Okay, now why would you want to do this? Here's the next question. Why would you want to be able to do this, split these up? Well, there are, now there's another app made by Blue Mangoo. It's the same kind of thing. It's a multi-band compressor, and it does virtually the same thing. But not all of the time you want to put the same kind of, same compression on each of these bands. Like, that's only one compressor. You might want to, say, use a different compressor made by somebody else on the high end. So you can do that. You might want to put a crazy effect on one section of this. So let's start doing something like that, all right? So we'll start off. We'll take this second band here. We'll turn everything else down. We'll hit play. And we'll even these out. So you're only hearing band 2 right now, okay? Now I can go into the effects on this track here, double click, and I can go and I can add any audio unit extension I want. So for a bit of fun, I'm going to go right down the bottom here and add something crazy like, where is it? Why is it not here? I don't know why it's not there. I'm going to add Yelled, which kind of adds this reverse kind of sound. So if we bring in And I might want to put on this. So we'll pull these down. Now you can have up to 4 channels, so you don't have to have all 4. You could only have 2 split across 2 halves, all right? So you can do that as well. You can have 3, you can have 4, up to 4, all right? So now I can go in here and say just throw on, I don't know, something like, let's just add an effect like Pro R. So we can add some reverb to this. Go in here, and what else? Let's just find something whacked out. What do we have? We can add wider to it. Let's take out that. And we could widen out that high end and then bring them all back in. And then maybe on here, what are we? Let's just throw in I don't know, this saturator, yeah. And you can do this with anything, right? So I could right now stop this, delete that, so it's all still hooked up, and we could just say grab a file from here. Let's load something in. I think I've got like this little guitar lick I can throw in here somewhere. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Where are we? I think it's before there. Come on, there we go. So we've got some guitar here. We'll just put on a loop, bring it back to start. So you can hear in there, we've got this little reverse thing in here, right? So quite interesting stuff. Hey Seba, how you going? Welcome along. So very ingenious stuff. It's great for, like, you know, breaking up an entire song. You could do it with. You can do it with individual parts. I'm going to show you, like, in GarageBand, so you can add, think of this, I will show you in GarageBand, you can add something like a clean guitar in there, right? Just say a clean electric guitar, and then on maybe in the mids, you could add a distortion. You could actually add in something like tone bridge into the middle EQ and have a little, in the same part, some light distortion within the EQ of it. So you can really create some interesting, crazy stuff there. So very, very cool. Now I'm going to show you. Now you've seen how easy it is to do it on here. So let's just remove these. So we'll clear the whole lot. And we'll create a brand new one just for fun. Just to show you, we'll just do 2 here, and we'll split it up between the 2 halves. So once again, I'm just going to go bring in multiband in there. Over here to the effects unit and next one, and that's all set up ready to go. So now we just add the little plus up the top there. So now we've got 2 bands only, and again we'll just add some drums into this just for argument's sake. But I don't know, we'll put in jazz drummer or something. Oh Man, why do I do that? Always go instead of interrupt. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. So if we hit play, I could double click on this, go into audio unit extensions. Let's just do something really stupid, yeah? And just... maybe not that stupid. So you can hear on this section of the song, I've just put a guitar pedal on there. So yeah, really cool stuff. Do I have any strings I could just put on here? I'll do it in GarageBand, all right? I'll throw it in GarageBand because it's virtually the same thing, Russ. But yeah, really cool, really easy to do. To add another track again, just hit audio. So once again, just to be very clear, you just hit the little plus up here to make it a third part, and it's this multi-bus. And there it is. Then go back into the original and just add a third part. So now that distortion is in the middle, part of the EQ. Hey Jim, welcome along. So here's your high end, mid, and your low. And you can control exactly how much of each. I think this is really cool. I think very, very inventive stuff you can come up with. But let's see, how do we use it in GarageBand? Because GarageBand, iOS, Cubases, these things, don't have this multi-out sidechaining like AUM has. So there's a workaround. We'll clear this off. Goodbye. Let's get out of AUM and jump into GarageBand. Alrighty, we shall start. I think, is this a brand new track? Cool, we got a brand new track here. And let's go in and add some smart strings. So we'll start off with the smart strings. We'll just use whatever's here. Maybe not that. Maybe we'll go with some romantic. Cool, so what I'll do is I'll just record 8 bars of this. Now, what's different about this is, so we'll do 3 tracks of this to show you. You actually need to have 3 tracks of the exact same thing. So we'll record the first track. Cool, so there's a little take there. Now, as I said, doesn't have multiband, so here's the workaround. So you just click on the actual instrument there, and it brings up this selection of things. So we want to duplicate it. Then we want to do that again. So we've got 3 tracks of it now. Then we want to copy this take. And then we just want to paste it into here. And then into the third track. And you're thinking, isn't that going to be loud? What's going on? And normally it would be, right? Because they're 3 tracks playing the exact same thing. But here's where this multiband comes in and changes all of that. So with each of these tracks, we want to go in and hit our track settings, go into plugins and EQ, hit edit, and we want to add. So we want to go down to M. Where we are. So there's multiband, and we want to add it to all 3 of these tracks. La 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 la. Multi-band. And the third track. Yeah, boy. Multi-band. So now it's on all 3 tracks. And here's where it's a little bit different than the ease of setting it up in something like AUM. So we're back on the first track here, and we'll have a look at it here. So as you remember from the beginning of the show, there's these 2 settings. You've got multi-output and linked group. So we want to choose linked group, right, for this. So you click on that, and then these options become available to you on here. So we've got 3 bands happening. So once again, we head over to this plus sign, and we're going to click 1, 2. So there's our 3 bands ready to go for the 3 tracks. Now, I might want to, you could even, all right, we'll start simple. So for this one, I want this track to be number 1. So that's good. So we can close that out. So, and this is, so basically how it's happening, out of your 4 bands, you choose on the track, you choose which number band you want it to be. And then you choose 1 as the group, and this groups them all together, right? So you just leave this on 1. So, and leave the first track on 1. We hit done, head over to the next one, and you'll see it's all linked up already. They're all linked up. So if I change this here, move this around, it'll move around in the others as well. But for this one, I want 2. So I want band 2 selected. And as you can probably start to work out, for the third one, I want to choose 3. So now when we play them all back together, they're not all the same track, so you're not getting all that over loudness because they've all been broken up into bands. So there's the middle band there. You can hear those mids very clearly. Then you've got all the bass in there. And then in here you've got all the highs. Pretty cool, yeah? So it's virtually the same thing, just by using that different option. And then you can go in here and add different effects as well. So, you know, you can come in here and add some reverb or whatever. As I said earlier at the beginning of the show, you can use things like different compression for each band. Let's just add in a random reverb on here. Turn off band 1 in 2 and 3. Hang on a minute. Am I doing something wrong? Turn off band 1 in 2 and 3. All right. Did I leave that on? Oh yes. Sorry. I didn't see that. Man. Get off. There you go. Thanks, Doug. Thanks very much. You know what? You just reminded me. Jade, put on your fucking glasses. All right, that's better. So, there we go. I was getting ahead of myself. So, there we go. There's your highs. There's your mids. There's your lows. What would I do without you, Doug? Now I can see. So there's your solution for something like GarageBand. Nice and easy. And like I was saying, we can solo this. I mean, you can virtually put any effect you want in there. Make it up as you go. Make it fun. Make it interesting. We can just throw in... Let's throw in a Velvet Machine on there. Just for fun. Remembering we are in GarageBand, so I don't want to overload this thing with craziness because it'll probably melt down its GarageBand. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. La la. So we got Black Hole on there. So you've got total control over this, and you only have to choose any one of them. To change the depth. But then you can also do something like this. So within here, sorry, I'll go back to there. You can actually add another one. And you could say have, how do we do this? So you could have track 1 to have 1 and 4. So you can have the low and the high for track 1. And track 2 just to have 2. And track 3 just to have 3. So now when I hit solo on track 1, we've just got the extreme lows and extreme highs. So you can put multiple paths in one track and say just have one in another, or we could have two in track 1 and another 2 in track 2. So there's a whole lot of combinations you can do, and with different effects, mix it all up and do whatever you want. Really, at the end of the day, that's what's beautiful about this app. It's very, and that's all the real functionality that you need to know. So as I said from the beginning, it's only these 2 sections here, and for if you're using a program like GarageBand or that doesn't have multi-out, or if you're in AUM, you just use the multi-output, which you can't, you can select in here, but it won't do anything. It's a placebo in here, so kind of pointless. But yes, that is that. I'm really not going to go any much further in it because it's so simple and it's free, and it's up to you guys to go ahead and go and play around with it and have fun and make up what you want, because that's what it's all about in the end, I think. Is it? So we're doing a short show today because I've got some stuff to do, so that's why I picked this, and it just came out, so it's handy for me. Here we go. What have we got on tomorrow? I shall let you know now. We have, I didn't want to open that. We have happening tomorrow. Look at all my photos and crazy stuff here. Crazy. We are interviewing tomorrow Jude from Mazend Music Lab. Now, I met Jude in the GarageBand users group and have known him for quite a long time, and you may not have heard of him. And that's okay too, because that's what these interviews are about. Not only do we have people who you may have heard of, but we have people who you may not be aware of exist. And this is Jude. And we're going to be looking at his music tomorrow. We'll be talking about how he makes his music as well and all that jazz. So tune in for that. We will also be announcing the winner of... what was that app we looked at yesterday? Drambo. Yeah, so we will announce the winner of Drambo tomorrow in that show. So that's all cool. As I said, I've got some interesting shows coming up on the Patreon over the weekend. We're going to be recording vocals in that metal song on Saturday for the rest of you. We're going to be doing our 2.5 hour hang or whatever on Saturday after Pete's morning Q&A show. So, and I'm going to be mastering some people's songs. Who am I mastering this week? I'm mastering Cold Acre and someone else. I can't remember who else. Someone else. So if you are a Patreon, you've got a song you want me to master as well. If you're a Patreon, send it me and I'll master it live on the show for you. Just remember that. And what do we got next week? Seems though Doug's here. We got Doug being interviewed next week on the show. It's going to be really exciting. And I'm going to be doing a show next week also looking at the Spark amp 6 months after buying it. Is it worth it? Has it been worth the wait first? Has it been worth the money and all that kind of stuff? Yeah. Yeah, God help us, Doug. No, Doug, it's going to be good fun, man. I'm very, very excited. I think it's going to be a million laughs, if not 1,000,001. Awesome. Well, folks, thank you for hanging out today. Sorry, it's a little bit shorter, but sometimes you need to have a little bit of variety. In your shows, yeah? So go forth, download that app, and go and make some music, or I'll come after you and sick doctor's orders onto you. Or I'll make Cold Acre ban you for no particular reason whatsoever. Yeah, remember, if you want a chance to win Drambo, go over to the Drambo app and click that video and leave a comment. And, you know, if you've already got Drambo and you're just leaving a comment, let me know. If you've already got it and you don't want to win it, just let me know, please. Cool. Folks, have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with me, as always. Doug says I'm laughing, but the tears are real. Oh, yeah. Good shit. It's going to be a good time. All right, folks. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow for the interview. And go forth and make music, because there's the music. I have to go now. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, if you want to join the Facebook, there's a link up the top. Become a wart. Bye. See ya. Mistakes make us better. Bye. Doctor's orders. Doctor's orders. Doctor's orders. Oh, and remember, Joey Helpish up next. Here's a link. Click the link.